Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me, Flome, and today we're going to be playing against the Houston Texans. So yeah, let's get it. We're going against the Houston Texans against Deshaun Watson and his team. So yeah, let's get it.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Tua.
Hi, everyone.
Let's get
Brandon
it.
Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And
Dang.
up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Tua gonna throw. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Tua. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, Watson. That's complete to Ward. 7 yards, the pickup there. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He's got Akins, the tight end. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Watson on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now Bell. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
Oh my God.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay, coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The first down run with Bell as he'll get about 6 there. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table? And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated.
Under pressure, they got him again. Ross Blacklock. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a first down past the 30, and he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw is Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized for the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially...
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Yeah!
Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A pass complete here to Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
How?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah,
Here's Watson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. Escaping the... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but that mistake. And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargrave Graves with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Raekwon Davis able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. After the sack on 1st down, Watson, that's complete to the tight end Akins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson's throw taken in by Miller. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So, signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. This is caught. Touchdown.
Oh, shit.
Greg Ward, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 25 on second down, Watson got a man. That's Ward. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Looking to throw. Watson. Caught here by Conley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins. Touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the 31, Watson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Dolphins have got it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Grant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Neville Hewitt on the stop. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 22, Watson, and he'll find Akins there, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Watson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over.